How am I gonna do this without looking completely fuck? What's up, guys? This is Cody here. Today I'm gonna be showing you the top 10 video games on iOS. That's so stupid. Now, there's actually gonna be more than 10 games in this video. I just wanted to use that intro because I was cracking up. But all these games are going to be linked in the description below if you guys want to check them out for yourself. There's also going to be a whole lot more games linked in the description that aren't showcased in the video, just because, you know, if you're not into these type of games, then you can check out the other games that I've linked below, which are also pretty cool, and they allow you to pass the time pretty quickly. Now, the first game that I'm playing here is called Hearthstone. It's a whole lot of fun. If you guys haven't played this before, it's basically a card game that allows you to build your deck. You can also create cards. You start with either 3 or 4 cards, depending on if you go first or second, and every single turn you draw another card. And each of these cards has a health, has an attack, as well as sometimes a special ability. Of course, you can get, more common cards up to, epic or legendary cards, which are going to allow you to do better and bigger things. So as you build your deck over time, it makes the game a whole lot more fun and allows you to do a whole lot more stuff, as well as annihilate your opponents. So this is a very popular game, and I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't done so. Now, this next game here is called Twist. Now, keep in mind that I'm going to be playing all these games on my iPad, but these are all available for the iPhone and iPod as well. So you can see here that as simple as the name is Twist, it's a very simple idea for the game. Basically, there's a ton of different platforms here, and all you have to do is tap to jump to the next platform. And as you jump to the next platform, it's going to rotate the entire screen to keep that platform that you're on at the bottom middle of the screen. So it does get a little disorienting right when you start, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty simple. And this is really just one of those games that, you're waiting in line at whatever, the movie theater, DMV, or whatever, and you're just trying to pass a little bit of time. This is going to allow you to do just that. And you can pick it up and put it down pretty quickly. There's no, time investment involved for this type of game. So that's kind of why I like games like this, just because I don't have to invest a ton of time if I want to play a couple of rounds. Now, if you guys haven't heard of Bloons Tower Defense, then what have you been doing with your life? This game is amazing. Now, this is something I actually used to play back in college on my PC before I even had an iPhone 4. And this is a really fun game. Now, this is a little bit of a different twist to that. You can see that there's 2 screens here, and this is actually me playing against another person. So this game is called Bloons TD Battles. So basically what you're doing here is you're putting up these towers, which are monkeys, to pop these balloons as they go through this particular path. Of course, there's a ton of different maps that you can choose from, but you'll also see that over on the right-hand side is my opponent, and he has his own towers. He has his own build out for this particular path. So as he builds and the balloons start coming, I can actually send balloons, as you can see right there at the bottom. And if I want to send those, they'll show up right there in the middle, and then they'll start coming to his side. So what you want to do basically for this is get as many balloons as you can through the entire path. You can see that you have 150 to begin with, and there's a ton of different towers you can choose from with a ton of different abilities that you can upgrade, and it's just a ton of fun. I love this game. The only issue with this game is that you'll run into hackers every once in a while that are going to basically ruin your experience. But other than the hackers, hopefully they can fix that soon. If you're playing against legit people, then it's a whole lot of fun, and I highly recommend checking this out. Now, Monument is an amazing game. I mean, everything from the music to the design to the puzzles, they're all just top notch. I mean, you're not going to get better reviews than what this game has. So this is one of the very few paid games that's on this list, but if you guys want to check it out for yourself, definitely do so. Basically what you're trying to do here is solve these puzzles to get little, I believe her name is Eliza, to the top of these, monuments or these buildings. And just how you have to figure out these puzzles is very satisfying, because there's really no instructions on how to do this stuff. You just kind of have to figure it out intuitively. So as you do it, you learn how this world works around you, and then allows you to, continue to progress through the game, which just makes for a really fun game. Now, Adventure Capitalist is a crazy addictive game. If you don't want to be staring at your screen, literally watching your money go up, then don't download this game, because it is crazy addictive. And I actually don't usually play it on my iPad. I usually play it on Steam. So I'll show you a screenshot here of how far along that I've gotten. And I've been playing this game for months. I mean, literally months. And you'll find yourself just staring at your screen, waiting for your cash to go up to buy that next upgrade. And I mean, you will literally find yourself doing that. You'll be sitting there playing it, and you're sitting there watching for like 20 minutes, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what Cody was talking about. I'm sitting here waiting for my money to go up. And it's crazy addictive. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I know I'm not a trillionaire, but it feels like I am. But basically how this game works, you can see right up there at the top that I have these lemonade stands, I have newspaper stands, and you continuously go through these upgrades and you buy these different types of businesses that are going to make you more money. You'll also see that you have these unlocks that are going to allow you to multiply that specific business. You also can hire managers to run the businesses for you, therefore making you more money so you don't have to tap near as much. You also have cash upgrades that are going to allow you to, again, multiply your entire income, as well as angels, which are angel investors that you accrue over time as you continue to build your profits. So as you build your profits, you get more angel investors, and then you have to reset, kind of like prestiging on Call of Duty, and it's going to claim those angel investors, which will then, next time you start, multiply all your investments. So basically making you more money for less businesses. So again, like I said, it's crazy addictive. I do recommend it, but just keep that in mind. Now, who doesn't like Crossy Road? This is a game where you're a freaking chicken and you're trying to get across the road. So it's kind of like Frogger, except, 2015 style. But this game is going to allow you to basically just hop and you swipe to go left or right, just like that. And then you're just trying to get through all the different types of obstacles while collecting these coins. Of course, it is a lot of fun, but it can get pretty frustrating depending on, what type of obstacles you run into, because it can get pretty difficult points in the game. But definitely worth checking out. This is a really cool game, and again, something that you can pick up and put down pretty easily and quickly. Now, this game pisses me off, but it's actually pretty fun. It's called True Skate, and you basically do all these types of tricks and everything on your skateboard with just your finger, which is pretty cool. Now you can see here, you just it goes through a tutorial that allows you to, figure out how to do all this stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that you can discover yourself, and you have this really cool skate park that allows you to swipe around, and as you continue to play it, you'll learn new tricks as well as different cool stuff to do. Again, this is another game that's just going to pass the time, not something you really build on or anything like that, but still a lot of fun. This next game is called Kobe the Gallery, and it's a ton of fun. It's a puzzle game, and I was actually emailed directly by the developer of this game to check it out, and I didn't respond to him, but I did check out his game, and it's a ton of fun. It's a puzzle game that you have to get every single tile the same color in order to pass that level. Now, you have a certain number of moves in order to do this, and it starts out pretty easy, and then it gets pretty hard pretty quick. Now, you do have an option for a hint up at the top. You can see that light bulb right there, but that's not a guarantee to get through the level, even if you use that. So for me, I really like, the challenge of these puzzles, just because it makes you think, and those are the type of games that I like. I don't like stuff that's like literally guiding you through and you're just literally a person to tap. This is something that you have to use your brain. And as it gets harder and you solve the puzzle, it makes you feel better because you think, oh my gosh, I'm a genius. So who doesn't want to be a genius? Check out this game. It's free, and I bet you'll love it. Now, what do you need more than anything else in a zombie apocalypse? Well, a garden, of course. We don't need shotguns. We need sunflowers. We don't need samurai swords. We need freaking cabbage throwers, or these walnuts, or whatever they're called. This is basically another tower defense game called Plants vs. Zombies. And obviously, the main idea of this is basically you put down these sunflowers to gain sunlight, and as you accrue sunlight, you use that sunlight to plant other offensive plants that are going to destroy these zombies. So you have these walnuts, you have whatever these boomerang plant things are, you also have cabbage throwers. There's a ton of different towers that you can get, and the main idea is to kill these zombies before they get through the entire row or the entire board. Again, this is another very popular game that probably quite a few of you already played. If you haven't, you should definitely check it out. Again, this is a free one, so if you want to check it out for yourself, there'll be a link in the description below. And of course, we have Happy Wheels. I love this game. This is a game that I used to play a lot on my gaming channel. If you guys want to check out some of those, I'll put a link in the description below. Hopefully one day I'll be able to bring that channel back, just because it was a ton of fun. I had a blast with it. Just don't know if I have enough time to actually put all that stuff together again, but if I do, I will definitely let you guys know. But This is a really fun game. You're basically one of many characters that you're just trying to get through this entire course without dying by getting shot by something or blown up or, severed. And it's pretty graphic. There's blood, there's guts, there's intestines, there's hearts, there's all kinds of stuff. And it's just a ton of fun. I highly recommend checking this out. Again, a free game, and there'll be a link in the description below. Now, Altos Adventure is another beautifully designed game that has great graphics, and it's just an endless runner that you're trying to, well, first of all, stay alive. Not like that, so try not to crash, but you're trying to get or capture these llamas as well as just coins on the game. So these coins are going to allow you to buy upgrades or get different characters depending on how far along you get in the game. And you're really just trying to stay alive as long as possible. And it's a ton of fun. It's a game that I didn't like a lot right when I got it. I actually played a few times and I was like, I'm not sure what the big hype is about this game. But then as I continue to play it, every time I pick up my iPad, I'm like, I'll play a couple runs of Altos Adventure and just see how well I do. So it's literally, I play it probably 5 or 6 runs at a time and then I put it down. But again, if you appreciate the design of the game and just the music and you're trying to relax while playing a simple game, then definitely check it out. Now this is actually the Room 3, and there's 2 other Room games you can check out if you want to. This is a great game if you're really into puzzles and trying to figure things out. So you basically just go into a room and then you have to figure out how to get to the next point. So you can see here that there's just a bunch of negative and positives, as you can see right there. So I'm just literally trying to figure out how to get to the next point. So I assume that you have to connect the negative and positive and then get that electricity to go over to all the way to the right. So you just have to kind of figure it out, and it reminds me a lot of a game called Myst, if you guys are old enough to remember that game. This was a game that was on PC that a lot of people enjoyed, and there was no instructions really. It was just straight up, hey, this is where I am. How do I figure out what I need to do next? So if you're into problem solving with great graphics and just a really great gaming experience, then I definitely recommend checking out The Room. So that's all I have for the top iOS games for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you guys want to check out some more free games, there's quite a bit. I'll put a link in the description below. You guys can just tap on them and then install them and then play. That's all you have to do. It's just a game. Just play your games. They're free games. Just get them. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Again, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you smack that like button. If you want to see more of my videos, make sure you subscribe. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh, hey, what's up? This is Cody here. And today we're going to be talking about the iOS 10. What? iOS 10? God. It's like my brain is just mush. It's just a mashed potatoes up there. Somebody's up there with their masher, squishing my brains.